The shift will probably be complete within the next couple of decades. However, some may decide to stay for the next 120 years until we are in the height of the age of Aquarius. Whatever the date, it will be complete sometime in the future, although individuals will be moving into the fifth dimension at their own rate when their frequency is high enough to match the vibration of the higher dimension. This is known as the Ascension process. The shift has been planned for eons. Also, it has already been happening in the last few decades. Indeed, it started at the beginning of the 19th century and has been progressing to now. We have seen different points in history when consciousness rose. The 1960s hippie movement, the 1980s New Age movement, and in the 2000s with the body-mind-spirit movement. December 21, 2012 was a date that was given as the midpoint of the shift taking place, and that it will continue to unfold in more and more obvious ways, picking up speed as time goes on. But is it just a fairy tale? Much of what has been described about the fifth dimension can sound like a fairy tale, imagination, memory, or intuition. And yet, haven't we all had dreams of living in a world like this? Are these dreams just fragments of our imagination? Or are they memories of what we, thousands and thousands of years ago, once experienced and at some point lost as we descended into the kind of world we know today, filled with struggle and suffering and lack of direct connection with the divine? Or do these dreams perhaps come from the intuitions about the future that is in store for us? Many of us are having these intuitive feelings. Some are having clear visions. Others are inwardly hearing about the reality of humanity's future and what it will be. And our longing to return to this ideal world is simply a yearning to finally return home to this beautiful world ahead of us. But people often ask, how can this possibly happen? And that is what I'll cover next.